So one of the first times that I experienced racism growing up, because I grew up in a small town, mostly white people in southwestern Virginia, and thankfully there's a lot of nice people. My family laid a lot of groundwork for me growing up in our community, and so I didn't really experience a lot of hate until around the sixth grade. And it wasn't direct hate. It was one of those like third party or the outside, because I liked a girl, and I went and asked her like, "Hey, do you like me? Do you want to go out with me?" And she said like, "I would love to do that, but my dad wouldn't." And I did not know what that meant at that moment. Like, what do you mean your dad wouldn't? What did your dad have to do with this? And then as I grew up, I realized that it meant your dad doesn't approve of you being with black guys or don't want to take a black guy home. And I think one of the biggest moments that really shook me was I was in high school and I went to a church lock-in, and there was a girl there. And we started talking, started hanging out, and then it grew into more of a relationship. And then there was one day at school, I got a note in my locker, and it was her saying that we couldn't be together anymore. It was really vague, didn't really give me a lot of closure. And so then I saw her in the hallway, and she was like crying, like bawling. And I'm like, "Why are you crying? You're the one who decided to do this." And so I was able to talk with her, and she told me that her youth pastor said that she wouldn't be able to come back to youth group if she was dating me. And I was like, what? And these are youth pastors that I knew from the lock-in. Like, I was at this lock-in, and I was like the life of the party at the lock-in. Like, everyone loved me. We did a lot of games and dance contests, and now that was a whole other thing. They would all gather around me, like, let's see what Andrew dances. I want to dance like Andrew. And there's so much that is weighed into even that moment that I was not aware of at the time. But it really threw me that was a thing, to where she was going to get kicked out of her youth group because she was dating a black guy.